So we're gonna go inside and show you how everything works inside the RV. Right now, the automatic step is on, and that is working off the auxiliary battery. So if you are parked and you don't want that to happen, you can just make sure the entry step is off. If the key is in the ignition, it will go in and out every time so that you don't drive away with the step down.
Okay, coming on in, we'll go to the driver's end. Most important thing here is when you start up the RV, you make sure the little squiggly lines for the glow plug right there are gone. So they're gone. Now you start it up.
Perfect.
Okay. The engine must be on, or the keys in ignition for the slide to go out, as well as the parking brake must be up. You'll think the slide's broken, but you might forget the parking brake. I've done it 100 times.
The parking brake or the key turned over for the slide. Also, before putting the slide out, we ensure that outside all the cargo holds doors are closed. You also want to check both sides of the slide and make sure that it's free and clear of anything that could get caught around the outside of the slide.
The big button that says slide room control, in or out, you'll press that. So we're gonna go out right now. And there goes the slide.
And you hold it down as the slide goes out. Just checking to make sure that there's plenty of clearance around, and it'll stop when it gets all the way out.
All your other buttons up here, you got your generator control right here, on or off. When you're doing the generator, hold it on. You'll hear the generator kick. Once the generator's on, hold it off. Generator hours are up here. We will check those before you leave and when you come back, and then to turn generator off. You can do that right here. You can also do that. There's a on-off switch right at the driver's fingertips as well.
And the generator runs on propane. And if you're running it non-stop, you get about, what, 2 nights worth of generator use?
Yep. You can check all of your freshwater, gray, black, propane batteries here. I wouldn't quite trust the freshwater and the gray water and black water. Those sensors are never good on any RV of that we've ever had. But it'll give you a general idea of what's going on. Fridge and freezer, easy enough.
Oh, fridge controls are pretty self-explanatory, but to be on, obviously you push it in, and if you want it specifically on gas, you push it out. If it's pushed in, it'll switch between either source, gas or electric. Let's see. The water pump. So if you are not plugged into city water with the hose that we showed you outside, the freshwater tank has to be filled, and you just turn on the water pump right there.
Yep, if that light's on, it's on. You'll hear the pump kick on just a bit. If the pump doesn't run continuously, that's a good thing.
You left it on?
The pump's on, yep.
So when the water pump is on, we are not currently hooked up to a hose. It will pump water, and you can hear it running out of the freshwater tank, which is located under the dinette, which can be filled from the passenger side of the RV. There's also a place in the bathroom to turn the water pump on as well, in case you're sitting on the toilet and you need water, for example, water to flush the toilet, like so, like so. And again, the water pump is only necessary if you're not hooked up to city water. If you're hooked up to a hose, you get pressure from that hose.
So the only thing really left to show you in here is the HVAC unit. So we like to keep it on auto. I'm sorry, not auto. Auto shuts the fan on and off on its own. If you leave this on, the fan will run the entire time as well. So if you're sleeping and you have it on auto, that fan will shut on and off.
When you hit the temperature, and it'll wake you up. Yeah. So if it's, if it's hot out and you want it on cool, we're not plugged in or have the generator on. It can run on either generator or when you're plugged in. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. But we just like to keep it on the auto. I like high because I like to keep it cooler at night. Also, some things that run off of battery. Can you explain that? The fans will run off battery.
Everything can run off battery other than the AC unit and the microwave. Everything else can run off batteries. We have 2 deep cycle batteries underneath the stairs. They'll last you quite a while, but like I said, they will not run the AC or the oven. Everything else can be used on there.
And you want to, and they can check the level of the battery up here on the control panel. Again, that is, you just hit the aux battery and it tells you right there that it's full. And you don't want to let the batteries get really below a quarter. They charge when you are plugged in and when you're driving.
This bed can be raised up. I like to keep it up while we're driving just to give us a little more headroom. To close it, you just press this red button to unlock it. It comes right down. You have a bed. Back up, it automatically locks. Couch pulls out into a bed. Pull it up. Bed. Push it back. For whatever reason, I gotta grab the top. Put it back into couch mode. And then also the dinette goes into a bed as well. And you do that by turning the lever underneath the table. And it goes down. Move these cushions out of the way. Put these cushions down flat and it turns into a nice flat sleeping surface.
We show the blinds. The blinds do require kind of 2 hands.
You can do it with one for this is the daytime, and then it has heavier nighttime blinds that come down as well.
Okay. Perfect.
All these are just cabinets. We'll have this stocked full with some pillows, some blankets. We have cleaning supplies in here.
This runs on propane, so if it's not working, you want to double check that the propane is of course open and not empty. If you had ran the generator, say for 2 nights, your propane might be empty. The spark does not work. There is a lighter right here. I'm showing how to do that. And you just turn the propane on and light it with the lighter. And then you can cook anything. You don't need the generator on for that. You just have to make sure that the propane is on and full.
If you have any questions, you can always call or text us with any concerns. We love this RV. It's been pretty easy for us. And if you can think of anything we can add to it, let us know.
Oh, when driving, some people have mentioned that they are confused that they can't plug into any of the regular house type outlets while driving. When you are driving, unless the generator is on, these outlets are not going to work. You have to use like the cigarette, what would you call it?
12-volt system.
The 12-volt system, which we do have an inverter here. So you would just plug this in. You'll hear it running, and then you can plug in like laptops or computers into this. There's also one of these, I believe, up front, basically like a cigarette lighter. Okay, I hope that answers some questions, and you can always go back in this video and watch sections over and over.